silent, then a single resonant chime. Centuries whisper secrets. Some are lost to time, eroded by rain and wind, but some are deliberately hidden, buried deep within stone, waiting for a key. For over 200 years, a cryptic inscription has baffled historians, codebreakers, and treasure hunters alike. 8 seemingly random letters etched onto the shepherd's monument at Shugborough Hall in Staffordshire, England. UOSV AVVDM. What do they mean? This isn't just a random carving. It's a puzzle, a dare thrown down across generations, a riddle that speaks of love, lost power, and perhaps even forbidden knowledge. Shugborough Hall itself stands as a testament to ambition, a sprawling estate once home to the Anson family, naval heroes who amassed immense wealth and influence during the British Empire's zenith. At its heart lies the shepherd's monument, an elaborate folly inspired by a painting by Nicolas Poussin, The Shepherds of Arcadia. The painting depicts shepherds contemplating a tomb inscribed with the Latin phrase in Archeo, often translated as, "Even in Arcadia there am I," meaning even in paradise, death exists. But at Shugborough, the message isn't Latin, it's something far more perplexing. Theories abound. Some believe the letters point to the location of the Holy Grail. Others whisper of secret societies, the Knights Templar, and a hidden fortune. Still others see it as a deeply personal message, a coded love letter lost in time. For years, the Shugborough Code has resisted every attempt at cracking it. Prominent figures from Charles Darwin to Bletchley Park, codebreakers during World War II, have tried and failed. But recently, a new generation of investigators has taken up the challenge, armed with cutting-edge technology and a fresh perspective. Are they closer than ever to unlocking the secrets of Shugborough? Join us as we delve into the history, the theories, and the dedicated individuals chasing the elusive solution to the Shugborough Code. We'll explore the art, the architecture, and the hidden connections that may finally reveal the truth behind those 8 mysterious letters. The answer may be closer than anyone thinks. The mystery begins with the monument itself. Constructed in the mid-18th century, it's far more than just a decorative structure. It's a deliberate statement, a carefully crafted piece of art, designed to provoke thought and perhaps to conceal. The Shepherd's Monument is a Rococo reworking of Poussin in Arcadia Ego. Thomas Anson, the patron behind the monument, his brother, Admiral George Anson, were men of considerable intellect and means. They were deeply immersed in the intellectual currents of their time, a period of enlightenment, scientific discovery, and burgeoning interest in classical antiquity. This fascination with the ancient world is clearly reflected in the choice of Poussin painting as the monument's inspiration. But why this particular painting, and why add a seemingly unrelated coded inscription? The original painting presents a scene of rustic serenity, shepherds contemplating a tomb, but the Latin inscription in Arcadia Ego adds a layer of melancholic reflection. Even in Arcadia, that idealized vision of pastoral bliss, death is present. This concept of mortality and the ephemeral nature of life was a common theme in 18th century art and literature. However, at Shugborough, the Anson brothers took this theme and complicated it. They chose to replace the simple Latin inscription with a baffling sequence of letters, transforming a straightforward meditation on death into a complex and enduring puzzle. The identity of the sculptor, John Van Noss the Elder, adds another layer to the intrigue. He was a highly skilled artist, but little is known about his understanding of codes or secret languages. Did he merely execute the Anson brothers' instructions, or was he privy to the inscription's meaning? The historical records offer no definitive answer. The Anson family themselves left no explicit explanation for the code. While they were prolific letter writers and diarists, the Shugborough Code remains conspicuously absent from their surviving correspondence. This silence has only fueled speculation and deepened the mystery. One of the most enduring theories centers around the idea of a hidden treasure, potentially linked to the Knights Templar. The Templars, a powerful and wealthy military order during the Crusades, were rumored to have amassed a vast fortune which vanished after their suppression in the early 14th century. Some believe that the Shugborough Code is a map or a key to unlocking the location of this lost Templar treasure. This theory is often linked to the presence of the Holy Grail, the legendary cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper. Proponents of this theory point to the Arcadian setting of Poussin's painting, drawing parallels to stories of the Grail being hidden in a similar pastoral paradise. However, there's scant evidence to support any direct Templar connection to Shugborough. The Anson family's known interests lay in naval exploits and classical studies, not medieval religious orders. A contrasting, more down-to-earth theory suggests the code is a private message, a memorial to a lost love, or a tribute to a secret affair. This interpretation emphasizes the DM at the end of the inscription, which is often interpreted as Deo Manibus, Latin for to the divine spirits, or dedicated to the spirits of the dead. This would suggest the inscription is a form of epitaph, albeit a highly cryptic one. Some researchers have focused on identifying potential candidates for this lost love, scouring family records and historical documents for clues. One prominent figure who emerges is Anne Coke, the wife of Thomas Anson. Her life was marked by tragedy, including the loss of several children. Could the Shugborough Code be a hidden tribute to her, a way for Thomas Anson to express grief and affection in a coded form? Another avenue of investigation revolves around the possibility that the code is an elaborate cipher based on a specific key or system. Cryptographers have explored numerous possibilities, including using Masonic ciphers, alphabetical substitution techniques, and even nautical flags reflecting Admiral Anson's naval career. Some have attempted to correlate the letters with specific dates, historical events, or even geographical coordinates. While many interesting patterns have emerged, none have yielded a definitive solution. The inherent ambiguity of this code, with its short length and limited characters, makes it exceedingly difficult to decipher with absolute certainty. Moreover, the very assumption that the inscription is a straightforward cipher is open to question. It's possible that the letters are not meant to be deciphered in the conventional sense. They could be an abbreviation of a longer phrase, a series of initials representing specific individuals, or even a symbolic representation of abstract concepts. The lack of punctuation or spacing further complicates matters, leaving the interpretation open to multiple possibilities. Adding to the complexity is the question of intention. What did the Anson brothers hope to achieve by creating this code? Were they genuinely trying to conceal a secret, or were they simply creating an intellectual puzzle for their own amusement? Perhaps they intended the code to be solved, but only by a select few, those who possess the necessary knowledge or understanding. Or maybe they simply enjoyed the act of creating a mystery, knowing that it would intrigue and perplex generations to come. The historical context of the 18th century provides further insight into the potential motivations behind the Shugborough Code. This was a time of secret societies, elaborate hoaxes, and a fascination with esotericism. The Anson brothers, as members of the elite, would have been exposed to these ideas and influences. It's possible that the code is a reflection of this cultural climate, a playful nod to the mysteries and secrets that pervaded the intellectual landscape of their time. However, it's also important to consider the possibility that the inscription is a deliberate red herring, a distraction designed to draw attention away from something else. Perhaps the real secret lies not in the code itself, but in the monument's design, its location within the Shugborough estate, or even in the Anson family's history. The code, in this scenario, would be a clever piece of misdirection, intended to keep treasure hunters and historians occupied while the true secrets remain hidden in plain sight. The contrasting viewpoints surrounding the Shugborough Code highlight the enduring challenge it presents. Is it a complex cipher waiting to be cracked, a personal message lost to time, or a deliberate act of misdirection? The answer may lie in a combination of these possibilities, or in something entirely unexpected. The search for the solution continues, driven by curiosity, historical investigation, and the enduring allure of the unknown. As we continue our investigation, we'll examine the latest research, the technological tools being employed, and the individuals who are passionately dedicated to unraveling this centuries-old enigma. The code may be silent, but its siren call continues to resonate, drawing us ever deeper into the heart of the mystery. And perhaps, just perhaps, we are closer than ever to finally understanding the secrets of Shugborough. The quest to to crack the Shugborough Code is a battlefield of ideas, where competing theories clash and passionate arguments ignite, each hypothesis meticulously constructed from historical data, cryptographic analysis, and sheer intuition claims to hold the key to unlocking the monument's secrets. But which theory is the most plausible, which resonates most strongly with the evidence, and perhaps most importantly, which is simply a tantalizing dead end? One of the most persistent and widely debated theories is the Templar treasure hypothesis. This theory posits that the Anson family, or perhaps someone connected to them, possessed knowledge of the Knights Templars' lost fortune, and that the Shugborough Code is a map or a key to its location. Proponents of this view often point to perceived Templar symbolism within the Shepherd's monument itself, drawing parallels between the Arcadian setting of a Poussin painting and alleged Templar connections to Arcadia in ancient Greece. They might highlight the presence of certain geometric shapes or architectural features within the monument that they interpret as coded Templar signs. Furthermore, advocates of the Templar theory often emphasize the secrecy and intrigue surrounding the Templars, suggesting that the Anson family, known for their wealth and influence, might have been entrusted with safeguarding the Order's secrets. The appeal of this theory is undeniable. It weaves together historical mystery, religious intrigue, and the allure of hidden treasure. However, the Templar theory faces significant challenges. Firstly, there is no concrete evidence linking the Anson family directly to the Knights Templar. While the Templars were a powerful force in medieval Europe, influence had waned centuries before the Anson family rose to prominence. Secondly, the interpretation of the monument's symbolism as Templar-related is often subjective and open to alternative explanation. Geometric shapes and architectural features can be interpreted in various ways, and there's no definitive proof that they were intended to convey Templar messages. Finally, the sheer lack of historical documentation supporting a Templar connection to Shugborough casts serious doubt on the viability of this theory. While the idea of a hidden Templar treasure is undoubtedly enticing, the evidence to support it remains circumstantial and speculative. In direct contrast to the grand narrative of the Templar treasure, another prominent theory proposes a far more personal and intimate explanation for the Shugborough Code, a secret love affair. This theory suggests that the code is a coded message, a tribute to a lost love, or a confession of a hidden romance. Proponents of this view focus on the DM at the end of the inscription, interpreting it as Deo Manibus, a dedication to the spirits of the dead. This interpretation aligns with the idea of a memorial, a way to commemorate a relationship that could not be openly acknowledged. The appeal of this theory lies in its human element. It speaks to the universal themes of love, loss, and the desire to leave a lasting legacy. Advocates of this theory often scour historical records for potential candidates for this hidden love, searching for individuals who might have been connected to the Anson family and who might have inspired such a deeply personal message. Anne Coke, the wife of Thomas Anson, is often cited as a potential figure in this narrative, her life marred by personal tragedy and the loss of children. Could the code be a coded lament, a way for Thomas Anson to express his grief and affection for his wife in a clandestine manner? However, the secret love affair theory also faces challenges. Firstly, it relies heavily on speculation and conjecture. Identifying a specific individual as the recipient of the coded message is extremely difficult, given the limited information available. Secondly, the interpretation of D.M. as Deo Manibus is not universally accepted. Some scholars argue that it could have other meanings, or that it might not even be a Latin abbreviation at all. Finally, the very notion of encoding a love message in such a complex and cryptic manner seems somewhat unusual, particularly given the social conventions of the 18th century. While the secret love affair theory offers a compelling and human perspective on the Shugborough Code, it ultimately relies on conjecture and lacks definitive proof. Shifting away from the realm of romance and hidden treasure, another school of thought views the Shugborough Code as an elaborate cipher, a complex system of encoding information using a specific key or method. Cryptographers have spent years analyzing the code, attempting to decipher it using various techniques, including alphabetical, substitution, Masonic ciphers, and even nautical flags. This theory rests on the assumption that the Anson brothers, or someone connected to them, possessed knowledge of cryptography and deliberately encoded a message using a specific system. The appeal of this theory lies in its methodical and logical approach. It treats the Shugborough Code as a puzzle to be solved, a challenge to be overcome using the tools of cryptography. Advocates of this theory often point to the intellectual climate of the 18th century, a period of scientific discovery and experimentation, as evidence that the Anson brothers might have been interested in cryptography. However, the cipher theory also faces significant obstacles. Firstly, the brevity of the code and the limited number of characters make it extremely difficult to decipher with any degree of certainty. The ambiguity inherent in such a short inscription allows for multiple interpretations, making it virtually impossible to determine the correct key or method. Secondly, the very assumption that the code is a straightforward cipher is open to question. It's possible that the letters are not meant to be deciphered in the conventional sense, but rather represent abbreviations, initials, or symbolic representations. Finally, despite numerous attempts, no one has yet been able to crack the code using any known cryptographic method, suggesting that either the key is unknown or that the code is not a cipher at all. While the cipher theory offers a logical and systematic approach to understanding the Shugborough Code, it has yet to yield a definitive solution, raising doubts about its ultimate viability. And then there's the possibility, perhaps the most unsettling of all, that the Shugborough Code is, in fact, meaningless, that it is simply a random collection of letters, a whimsical creation designed to provoke curiosity and generate discussion. This theory, though seemingly dismissive, cannot be entirely discounted. It suggests that the Anson brothers were simply playing a game, creating a mystery for their own amusement without any intention of revealing a hidden secret. The appeal of this theory lies in its simplicity. It avoids the need for complex explanations and intricate interpretations, suggesting that the answer to the Shugborough Code is that there is no answer. Advocates of this theory might argue that the Anson brothers, as wealthy and influential members of the elite, had the means and the inclination to engage in such whimsical pursuits. However, the meaningless theory is ultimately unsatisfying. It fails to account for the enduring fascination with the Shugborough Code, the countless hours of research and analysis that have been devoted to unraveling its secrets. It also seems unlikely that the Anson brothers would have invested so much time and effort in creating a monument and inscription that served no purpose whatsoever. While the meaningless theory cannot be entirely dismissed, it ultimately lacks the substance and intrigue to fully explain the Shugborough Code's enduring mystery. The debates surrounding the Shugborough Code are far from settled. Each theory offers a unique perspective, a different lens through which to view the monument and its enigmatic inscription, the Templar treasure, the secret love affair, the complex cipher, and the possibility of meaninglessness all compete for acceptance, each vying for the title of the ultimate explanation. As we continue our investigation, we must remain open to all possibilities, weighing the evidence carefully and considering the strengths and weaknesses of each competing theory. The truth, as elusive as it may seem, lies somewhere within this complex web of ideas waiting to be discovered, the Shugborough Code. After centuries of speculation, countless hours of research, and a dizzying array of competing theories, the enigma remains. We've journeyed through the opulent halls of Shugborough, delved into the secrets of the Knights Templar, explored the depths of 18th century cryptography, and pondered the possibility of a hidden love lost to time. Have we truly cracked the code? The answer, frustratingly, is not yet, but perhaps the real significance of the Shugborough Code lies not in whether it can be definitively solved, but in the very act of searching. It's a mirror reflecting our own intellectual curiosity, our insatiable desire to unravel mysteries and uncover hidden truths. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity, the enduring appeal of the unknown, and the enduring legacy of those who dared to create such an enduring puzzle. The Anson brothers, whether intentionally or not, have left us with a gift, a challenge that transcends generations, a riddle that continues to inspire and intrigue. The theories we've explored, from the grand narrative of Templar treasure to the intimate whisper of a secret love, offer glimpses into the possible motivations behind the code, the cultural context in which it was created, and the enduring human themes that resonate across time. While the Templar connection tantalizes with the promise of hidden riches and ancient secrets, its lack of concrete evidence leaves it firmly in the realm of speculation. The secret love affair, with its focus on personal emotions and historical context, offers a more human and relatable explanation, but ultimately relies on conjecture and interpretation. The cipher theory, with its methodical approach and reliance on cryptographic principles, provides a framework for decoding the inscription, but has yet to yield a definitive solution. And the unsettling possibility that the code is meaningless serves as a reminder of the potential for deception and the importance of critical thinking. Ultimately, the Shugborough Code remains a symbol of the enduring power of mystery. It's a reminder that some questions may never be fully answered, that some secrets may remain forever hidden. But the pursuit of knowledge, the quest for understanding, is a journey in itself, one that enriches our lives and expands our horizons. The search continues. New technologies, fresh perspectives, and the unwavering dedication of researchers and codebreakers offer hope that one day the secrets of Shugborough will finally be revealed. Until then, the monument stands as a silent sentinel guarding its enigmatic inscription and beckoning us to continue the quest. The code, it seems, is destined to live on, a testament to human curiosity and the enduring allure of the unsolved. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.